Okay, so I don't care for this one. This is troubling. Hey folks, thanks for checking out this very first episode of Zero Bids. This is a show where I open up a terrible package from eBay and share the contents with you. I don't know what's in this box. My friend Nicole picked it out for me. We'll flip to a file photo right here of Nicole. Got it? Good, great, there she is. All I know are two things about it. One, I know that it's from the Forever Young Doll Hospital, so that's a pretty big clue. I also know that it cost fewer than $30 American. So I have to pay Nicole for this at the end. I'm going to decide how much I think it's probably worth, and then I'll have to pay her the actual amount. This is sort of for everyone who's had that feeling of bidding for something on eBay and then immediately regretting it. Immediately thinking, oh my God, I hope somebody else bids on this so I don't accidentally buy this box from the Forever Young Doll Hospital. But when you're doing it for somebody else, it's a little bit more fun because then you're sort of punishing them rather than yourself. I also want to thank the U.S. Postal Service for bringing me this small and potentially terrible package. So let's get into it. Being careful, I don't want to cut too far into the box. Don't want to accidentally damage any of the fine things that have been sent to me. Okay, so some paper, and at first glance, this looks to me like just the fingers from a bunch of gloves. This looks like a sack of the fingers cut off of gloves. So let's get into it. Yeah, that's. So, am I meant to put these on my dolls? So I've got my dolls, right? And there, I don't care for this one. This is a concern that I have is the relative cleanliness of this sack of doll socks. I just feel like, hey, maybe at the Forever Young Doll Hospital, maybe throw these through your doll washing machine before sending them out. This is nice. This is sort of an athletic sock for a doll. I would like to see sort of better definition in the stripes. I should start matching these up. That's going to be very important. I do want to see if there is any doll underwear in here because, well, never you mind why. This is troubling. This inspires a lot of questions in me. So, for instance, a sock like this, whose feet have this shape is a concern that I have. I'm definitely on some kind of list now. Nicole is also on the list. The idea of someone cutting up gloves to make their doll socks, that's sort of like, oh, cool, you're repurposing something, you're recycling, it's very green, I'm into it. But when you find something like this, and I gotta say, I don't care for it. Not as many matches as I would like to see. Did you just buy a scoop of doll socks? Is that sort of what's going on? Like by the pound, maybe? That's also a possibility. It's like sort of like ordering at a deli. And you go up to the counter and say, 1 pound of doll socks, please. and then there's somebody at the counter who calls back to the back and says, "Hey, pound of doll socks, please." Yeah, like this is like a fishnet situation, and I'm not super comfortable with that. The thing you're all wondering is, am I going to sniff any of these doll socks? So relative value, 0. This is terrible. I hate it. It's really stressing me. I would say that I hope Nicole spent only the shipping on this effectively. So I hope it's I would say under $5. That's my guess at that. Under 5 is what I'm hoping. Do I plan to keep any of these? I would say I will keep 10 of them. No, 20 of them. And I'll sort of make myself a sort of like finger and toe thing where I'll wear all of these. And I'm going to keep only the sexy ones. I'm just kidding. I'm not only am I not keeping any of these, I'm throwing all these out because there's nowhere you can donate them. I'm sorry about that, Doll Hospital. You probably wanted these to go somewhere where they would be appreciated. And I'm afraid that they did not reach a place where they will be appreciated. This is a fancy gold envelope. It's something that Nicole sent to me. I think probably to taunt me. Does that seem correct? You can go ahead and nod, sort of as like sort of a final insult. Yeah, okay, she's nodding. Good, very good. So we'll just take a look and see what we got here. Okay, so this is the original listing. Huge mixed lot of 100 plus single vintage doll socks and stockings. Sizes vary. She did that thing where she did a full-on like print screen situation, and so I see her browser tabs. Nicole's email, 26 unread messages. Might want to catch up on that, Nicole. It's something for her podcast, National Podcast Day, available wherever fine podcasts are sold. That's sort of a little bit of stealth marketing that she was trying to sneak into my show, but I'm not going to have it. So forget I even mentioned that. The winning bid, one bid. Thank goodness. Nicole, I'm so glad you didn't have to get into like a bidding war for this horrible, horrible box of huge mixed lot, 100 plus single vintage doll socks and stockings. Sizes vary, no pairs. Well, the joke is on you, eBay, because there were like 3 or 4 pairs. Mm-hmm. So $8 and $5.70 shipping. So $13.70 is what I will be paying Nicole for this terrible pile of doll socks. Well, there you have it. Thank you so much for watching me be horrified by this 100 plus vintage doll socks and stockings. I want to thank Nicole for making this. Well, thank is a strong word. I want to acknowledge Nicole for making this selection for me. I owe you $15 or whatever. Thank you to Andrea and David for the great title sequence. So good. Thanks a lot for checking this out. And if you need any doll socks, please get at me in the comments. I have 100 plus of them. I would love to send some to you. I think I can. Most of these I can fit right in an envelope. And actually, I think that's what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to save these, and every time I send a letter to Nicole, I'm just going to throw in a couple doll socks right in there with it. And that's just a little thing I'm now going to do for the whole rest of my life.